refusing to cook a vegetarian Thanksgiving dinner. This year, Mom asked me to host. It made sense. She and Dad had moved into a smaller place, her health wasn't what it used to be, and I had taken over the family home. As a newly minted critical care physician, juggling rotating shifts in an understaffed hospital, the thought of cooking a whole Thanksgiving meal felt like a mountain. But for her, I would. And then came Mark. My brother, 4 years older and somehow eternally 17. He found veganism in college and never let it go. It didn't stop at diet, it became doctrine. Every conversation twisted into ethics, every bite a battlefield. I distanced myself after he sent me photos of slaughtered cows because I dared celebrate my birthday at a steakhouse. But Mom wanted reconciliation, and I tried, for her. So I sent out the Thanksgiving group chat. Be at my place, usual time, traditional meal. Mark's girlfriend, Pam, pounced on it like a hawk on roadkill. She flooded the chat with recipes. Cashew-based gravies, lentil loaves sculpted to look like roast turkeys, something about a tofu cheesecake that could fool your taste buds. I didn't want a food war. I told them, send me one dish you love, I'll make it. There'll be plenty of sides. But I'm making turkey. That was the line. They refused. Said they wouldn't come unless it was a meat-free event for everyone. I told them to stay home. Dad privately agreed. Mom was crushed. It ate at me, not just because of the stress, but because of what Mom said. You're putting turkey over your family. Was I? I barely had time off. I couldn't do multiple meals or days. Last year, under the demands, Thanksgiving had been miserable. People whispering, pushing food around on plates, afraid to talk. Eventually, I decided I'd rather be in the hospital than play referee again. Told Mom I'd swap shifts and work Thanksgiving. At least the hospital turkey wouldn't come with a side of moral superiority. But then Dad stepped in. He made a call I wasn't privy to, but the aftermath was loud enough. Mark would come. Alone. Or else Dad would cut him off. Money, help, everything. Pam chose to stay behind. Good. Or so we thought. The night before Thanksgiving, the van pulled into my driveway. Both of them. Pam, glowing like she'd bathed in essential oils, Mark with that smug little tilt to his head. They wanted to camp in the yard. I said absolutely not. No fenced area, no facilities, and a large dog with them to boot. They begged to stay inside. I shut that down, too. There was no plan for them, and I didn't trust them not to snoop, insult, or criticize my food to my face. I paid for a hotel. Put the dog in the garage for the night. Not ideal, but better than chaos. Thanksgiving morning came. My partner and I prepped. My mom and dad arrived. The smells in the kitchen were warm and old and good. Other family filtered in, chatting and laughing. And then, like a bad omen, the van reappeared. They walked in reeking of weed, which, in this state, was still illegal. Pam floated into the kitchen, cooing over my cornbread like it was a tragedy. She tried to help, but mostly just filmed things and critiqued my great-aunt's methods. My aunt, who once made cornbread during a tornado. After a few passive-aggressive bless your hearts, we banished Pam to the living room. Mark found my partner and launched into a vaccine rant that included the words nanotech microchips. Dad didn't intervene. I guess he was just happy Mark wasn't talking about the turkey. When the food was finally ready, Pam picked at two sides and sniffed everything else like a suspicious raccoon. Mark ate, loudly declaring how Pam made each dish better. I was counting down the seconds until dessert when I noticed Pam kept disappearing to the bathroom. Too often. Eventually, I found her. In my bedroom. Filming a TikTok with my decor as her background. When I asked what the hell she was doing, she blinked, all innocent, and claimed she needed a break from the smell of death, aka turkey. I told her, flatly, that if she posted any footage taken in my house without permission, I would press charges. It's illegal here. Later, Mark called me a bitch. My partner overheard. Dad took him outside. I don't know what was said, but they left shortly after. No goodbyes, just slammed doors and screeching tires. They forgot the dog. I called. Texted. So did Dad. No answer. When Mark finally picked up, he told me to keep the damn dog if I wanted control so badly. Pam screamed in the background. He hung up. I stood in the garage that night, watching this big dopey dog wag his tail at me, happy to be indoors, warm, and out of that van. My partner scratched his ears and muttered, "Guess we have a dog now." Mom said it was a good Thanksgiving. She smiled through it all. Maybe she didn't notice the tension. Maybe she pretended not to. Either way, she got her wish. A full table. Family gathered.